Welcome and happy holidays to all you beautiful people out there. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. Today, we're going to take a look at the forecast for December 2024. We're officially closing 2024 out. So we'll take a look at each life path number and what energies could present this month for you to work with. This, of course, is a general forecast. If you would like your own personal numerology or your year ahead forecast, this is a great time to get that. You can head on over to my website and book some time with me. I would love to take a look and work with you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look to see what December 2024 has in store. Life path number 3, you all are going to be working with the vibration of the 5 for December. And so this brings in a period for needing to be resourceful and adaptable. So I would say this month, see what comes in and then sit with it for a moment and decide how you can work with it. Sometimes the things that come in for us, are not as comfortable or they're not what we wanted. And we can get really frustrated with that or overwhelmed by that. And that doesn't serve anyone. But when something comes in for us, some kind of change, some kind of opportunity, some kind of need for, addressing something, the more that we can kind of sit with it, and instead of get hung up on whether we want it or not, go to how can I work with this, right? This is what I've been given at this moment. How can I work with it? How can I make it work, right? That's really what this energy is asking you to do, because it's through that process that you're going to not only find solutions, but find the best way to work with whatever situation you find yourself in order to get the best outcome. And that's going to bring the most fulfillment and happiness and joy and all the things to your life, right? So it's kind of like that whole saying, turn lemons into lemonade. And it doesn't have to be like negative things or sour things coming your way. That's not really what I'm saying. It's just be open to whatever presents this month. And don't get too hung up on or spend too much time or expend too much energy on, well, I didn't want this. This doesn't look like I wanted it to. It came in different packaging, etc. The goal is to say, okay, well, here it is. I got a bunch of lemons. What am I going to do with it? Right? I can just eat them straight, or I can, add a little bit of sugar to it, make it sweet and have some lemonade. You see what I'm saying? So there could be some things this month that come in that way. And it can also be really positive things can come in. But a lot of times when opportunities present, not only do they present, but there's also this side of it where it's like, okay, we have to release something. We have to let something go. We have to say no to something in order to say yes to this. So this energy is just saying, take your time, figure out how you can work with whatever shows up to get the most out of it. I would also say to keep your expectations flexible. And again, remain open to what presents, not be too quick to dismiss. And that's the same thing with if someone shows up. Like for some of you, you might meet someone who is, so far left field from what you would normally be attracted to or want, someone that you would want to spend time with or whatever. And they might really intrigue you. Like they might present and you just be swept off your feet. And I would say don't cling too tightly to those ideas of what you thought you wanted for yourself, because what the 5 will often do is bring in the unexpected, right? And if we're not resistant to it, we can really open ourselves up to some really great experiences. So again, some of you might find the love of your life in packaging that you just didn't expect or ever think that you were looking for. And same thing with jobs, same thing with career opportunities or creative projects or friendships or you name it. The 5, it's a mixed bag and you never know what you're going to get. And so the more flexible you can be and the more open-minded you can be about what presents, the more comfortable and fun you will have through the journey. I would also say be curious now. Take the chance. Go for it. If an opportunity presents, go on the adventure. See what it has to offer you. Don't be too quick to dismiss anything this month. Just be open. You can always say no to something, right? But I would say don't be too quick to say no until you've had a chance to really understand what it's about. This can be a really pivotal point of change and decision making for your future at this time. I wouldn't say, to make any, solid plans or decisions this month if you can avoid it, unless right? Because this is kind of like the presentation stage. Like things are being presented to you at this time. Things are being, change is coming in. Things are in a little bit of flux this month. Opening you up to the potentiality of what's to come. So just be open to it, play with it, explore, and you could be well on your way. You're going to be working with Beaver energy this month. And really what this brings in is, again, being resourceful, right? Tapping into your resources, being selective in a sense also, right? So, like the Beaver has its mission to build its dam, to provide for its family. And it's going to be selective about the wood that it uses to do that, right? That wants what's most secure, what's going to be, et cetera, et cetera. I don't know a beaver's methodology, but but they're resourceful, right? They're very resourceful. And there's this energy here this month to be selective after you have explored, right? So, because I do think decision making is going to come up for you all this month. And I would say, tapping into your resources, being selective, being resourceful is going to be important this month. Follow your intuition, follow your inner guidance. And there's a difference between your sort of preconceived notions and your intuition. So that's why I say sit with it, have an open mind, see what presents, and then decide how to work with it. But be selective and resourceful, right? At the same time. So interesting energy here, because know that what you're building is meant to be sustainable, right? So hope it's a great one. Take care, threes. Bye for now.